Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Now guys, let me tell you something. There are two types of bloggers which succeeds in this world. Yes man, when it comes to YouTube blogging, there are two types of bloggers that succeeds. There is the Steve Harvey type of blogger that comes on, give you the bull manure, tell you what you want to hear, make a big joke out of it, and leave you feeling happy and contented. In other words, they become successful by just lying, joking around, using doublespeak, using histrionics, and just do what they can to make you feel light and easy. And if that's what some people are up to, then that's fine. But for me, I am not the Steve Harvey type of blogger. I am the Kevin Samuels type of blogger. I'm just going to tell you the truth. The raw, hard, cold truth. Some people may not like it. Some people may not like me. But at the end of the day, what they are going to say about me is simply, that is one honest nignock. That nignock is brave and he always speaks, tell it like it is. I may hate him for it, but that nignock is honest. Guys, I've got these lovely t-shirts. My own brand, Miserable. Because you know me, miserable about a whole lot of things that's going wrong. And I am a rebel. Now, as you know, I've been demonetized. I'm not earning no money right now from my channel, and I would like your support. Look at these really classy t-shirts. Exclusive design found nowhere else on earth. Please support my channel by just buying one of my shirts, or buy a pair if you and your significant other. They are inexpensive, one. And two, it's free shipping anywhere in the world. Guys, I look forward to your support. Anyway, you guys, I have a breaking story. And this is something I've been tracking now for several weeks. A little over 2 months, in fact. Something has been happening behind the scene with the Vybz Kartel group of convicts who are no longer convicts. One of the men who was convicted along with Vybz Kartel has gone rogue. He has broken camp. It seems that from as early as late February, one of the men among the group was speaking to the police. He wanted to cut a deal, but he was not sure, and he was waiting until the outcome of the Privy Council ruling to decide what to do. After the hearing on March 14th and the decision that was taken, he seemed to have gotten some information that makes him feel that things are not going to go well with him and the rest of his fellow convicts. And he decided to take his personal situation very seriously. He made an offer to the government. Plain and simple, listen, I am willing to give up everything I know, every single thing that I know. I'm going to tell you who actually committed the act itself on Clive Williams. And I'm going to, of course, tell you how his body was disposed of and who disposed of his body and where the remains can be found, if they can be found. But he had asked for certain specific things in return. He said, listen, I'm willing to plead guilty and I'm willing to testify against the rest of the group. Now, first, before me even go further, you know this are the smartest Vybz Kartel fan. No, I wouldn't call him a fan. This is an ex-fan. Because nobody will love Vybz Kartel can be this smart. So he is an ex-fan. That's why I'm wake up. he had made certain demands. He said, for everything I give you, there are certain things I'm going to need. And he said, listen, I want either complete freedom or a very, very minor sentence, which I would prefer to serve outside of the prison system. Because Vybz Cartoon can get to me anywhere. He have a lot of money and I don't. My family don't have no money. I would like to be relocated. After I give my testimony, I would want to be relocated outside of Jamaica. And I want members of my immediate family, all the ones that Cartoon knows, to also be relocated out of the country. What I'm hearing is that the government had a problem with that. Because the government see where they actually have everything to nail them to the cross all over again. And it will be so much easier this time. So the government said, you can keep, basically what happened that the government was saying, keep your testimony, we can do this again. We did need 2 hands and 2 legs to do it the first time. Now we can do it with 1 hand tied behind our backs. So we don't have to make cut no deal with you. Maybe the government would have been willing to go along with it, but not with the amount of demands he was making. They didn't feel he was in such a position to make those demands. However, recently, what I'm hearing is that the government thinks that the case going forward would be better served if Cartel and his group was to plead guilty. It would save the government a whole lot of money if this individual was to testify and carry such overwhelming evidence along with and on top of all that they have had before. It would be a slam dunk for the prosecution, and Cartoon and his crew would be forced to simply plead guilty. And if they don't, and it goes to trial, they look like they would, of course, get probably an increased sentence on top of the 12 years where them serve already, which under the law, them don't serve. Them never serve. Even though them is locked up for all that time. So the government is beginning to say, well, if we can, instead of saving a 3-month trial, probably a little less, and save all that money and move on, why not just let it happen that way? We're going to still nail him to the cross anyway. So they have been talking back to this individual, and it seemed that an agreement was reached. What I'm hearing is that the best the government could have done was to send him to a small island or somewhere else in the Caribbean. And this convict is saying no. This individual is saying no. I don't want to go to a Caribbean country. Them too small. Them will find me. Having said that, I know you can hide out in a small island, but for him just want to go to one other big country. He was also asking that several of his family members be taken up, and I don't think the government wanted to be responsible for so many people. I don't know how much it was, but I hear that was another sticking point. Normally, in a case like this, it is somewhere between 6 and 12 family members. And I don't know how many would be in his particular case. Now, I hear who the individual is, but I am not at liberty to say. I will wait for that to come out. But we may know how this goes as early as the 14th. Is it the 14th? The 10th, I think, when the hearing comes up. Because what I'm hearing, it is definitely heading for a retrial. I've also learned that they have separated all the convicts in this matter. So they do not have access to each other as they normally would, and therefore nobody knows who is the person who is cooperating with the authorities. But here is the reason, and I understand how this individual thinks. He is still fairly young. He wants to have a life. He wants to go back to school. He wants to get married. He wants to have kids. He wants to live a full life. And he thinks that enough is enough. He knows that the cartoon is going to fight this for the rest of his life. And he knows that if he follow the cartoon, he is going to go on the slippery slope right into the abyss. Because the cartoon is not accepting guilt for any of the things that he has done. And he is quite prepared to drag down every single one of them with him into the abyss. But, this a little sticking point here. You notice say that when Cartel take people picnic and send them go to ranks, say he make sure say film picnic them no they nowhere in the area. Him send film picnic them uptown away from everything and take everybody else picnic and corrupt them. I want to think about that for a moment. Him is no Mavado. Mavado push for him picnic right in the center of it. And see him there? See where him there now? Vybz Kartel is a bit smarter. He make sure corrupt other people picnic and have them string behind him in a prison now. Yeah man, that's a cult leader. Protect him own and F up other people. One of the things we should look for is that when the hearing comes up on the 10th of June, I think it's the 10th, you may see one less person in the dock. The other one, at that point, or I'm not quite sure at what point, but at some point, that one will be taken aside, taken out of prison, and put in a safe house, guarded by police, and will testify via data link, and will never ever see inside of a courthouse again or a jailhouse, unless he commits himself another time. Who knows? By then, he might even be communicating by data link from another country. And of course, by then, his entire family would have gone. But what I'm hearing also is that there's a possibility that because nobody knows who this individual is, it's only about 7 people in this entire world who knows. The Prime Minister does not know, and let me tell you, Judge Lagosites right now don't know. I'm glad they've reached an agreement because this thing has been going on too long and we just want to wipe everything off of the idiot at their face. Although him now go even know why hit him till it hit him. Because him don't know which one of them. And it is quite possible, depends on if the situation has not fully worked out itself yet. All of them may be in the dock but separated after the new trial date has been set to come up. And if this is how it's gonna go, I can tell you that would be a very, very good deal for the government. Save time, save money, and get the outcome that they had wanted all along. And all these plain fare you'll be paying, it makes no difference because you'll be paying millions more to try them, to retry them. You see, a man can't do about 12 years in custody. And those 12 or so years cancel out to zero, even though him do the years. And him see where him can be doing, when the case retried, him can get 25 more. On top of all that, on top of the 12 when I count, he's coming out as a man when him a walk with stick. And realizing now, say cartoon now go nowhere. And him so arrogant. And the one thing that pan in mind is to beat the system. And all of him can get it to in the back of him head say, him now go nowhere and the system can't be beat. Because him do the thing and them have the goods pan him. And please, don't think I'm irresponsible. The only reason I'm saying this now is because it's a done deal. It must be him who decide not to go through with it. And it's all up to him. Because you know the government can take this back if him don't play ball the way it has been asked to be played. They are going to demand certain information from him, which going nail Cartel to the cross. And if them can't get that from him, then it will be a no-brainer that them now go stick to the deal. But the fact that the government is actually making efforts to cooperate with him, it means that they see that he may be worth something and that he's a person that they can do business with. So after it now being a done deal, I can say no. Because nothing can change. He's probably either he's already in a safe house, which Cartoon now go know because him not have no contact with the rest of him co-conspirators, according to what I'm hearing. So he has no way right now of knowing who it is. So guys, over the next few weeks, we are going to get some shockers. Uno Cartoon fan, uno tande de, uno don't know how much a clock a strike. Tande wait pan the cartoon for bust the door and make uno get to celebrate. Tande wait. Thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.